It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Glad you're here with us tonight for this Monday night presentation. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. It's East versus West here in Toronto. The Raptors hope to put on a show for their hometown fans. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team. They were blanked in this matchup a season ago. No wins in 3 tries. They'll try to improve on that dismal record here. And now we've got the intentional foul. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a...
Oh, wow. Goodness, man. And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Nobody near Barnes. No good with the triple. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. He takes it in. Pass to Iguodaro. Drops in the tray.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kenny Atkinson and I got a chance to talk for just a bit. Now, we spoke briefly about how critical it is to slow down Paolo Banchero. Coach said he can be a force on offense when he gets a couple to fall. The energy and effort from our guys has to be high if we want to contain him. We'll see if that team can contain Banchero out there, guys. Back to you.
Thank you, David. 5 on the clock. Banchero with the screen. Fires from deep. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Here's Toronto now. Drives to the hoop. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Yeah, once he poked it away, you knew what was on his mind.
Arenas grabs the miss. Down low. Back to Alexander Walker. Outside for Arenas. And the 3 ball is good. Arenas has got 6.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game. It's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
And getting some revenge. Banchero putting them on notice at the arc.
From Rookie of the Year in 2023 to an All-Star Greg in 2024. Paolo Banchero.
And, Kevin, that really says it all, doesn't it? Few players hit the ground running like Banchero has. Becoming an elite competitor, people fear almost instantly.
And Mobley throws it down.
It's just too easy for Mobley. This man, he's quick off the floor. He's got a 7'4" wingspan. Look, this man finishes the way he was built. Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
Thompson with the rebound. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Iguodaro. He shoots again. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Kicks it out to Banchero. And it's off from three-point range. Toronto with the ball. 4-point game. Barnes looking around. On the wing, Arenas. Barnes the screen. The three. Arenas can't hit.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Pass to Peterson. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots. Ball with the rebound. Raptors trail by 4. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first quarter. Good.
Known as a pass-first player, you like to see Lonzo call his own number out of that two-man game and be aggressive.
Over in the corner, Banchero. Over Barnes. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And the basket is good. Arenas has got 8 points.
And you can expect him to make it when the D is trash like that.
Here's Banchero. No good from outside.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Outside, ball. Barnes the screen. There's the three. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. Houston in the lead. Here's Banchero. Lays it up off the glass. Banchero's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
And he's going to be a consistent scorer when he can get those shots to fall. Defense has to do a better job against Banchero inside.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Rockets lead by 4. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Rockets.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And on top of that, they've been asserting themselves offensively, getting a good chunk of their points from inside.
The shot by Thompson, no good. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
And Mobley throws it down.
When you're looking at top pick-and-roll partners, Mobley is squarely in that discussion.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot to create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
Outside, Arenas pulls from the top of the key. It's rebounded by Houston.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Pass to Wilson. A three-pointer off the mark.
Yeah, that's a shame because I'm not sure the defense will let him get a shot that good again very soon.
And here's Arenas outside. Allen with the rebound.
And after connecting twice from deep in the first quarter, he hasn't been able to drain another here in the second.
Outside Wilson. Houston moving it around. stolen by Barnes. Left side, ball. Here's Moreno. Power down with both hands.
On offense, Ball is a catalyst. He knows how to move things around and get people quality shots.
Banchero with the screen to the middle. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That's his first foul. Outside Arenas. Over in the corner, Barnes. They set the pick. Just 5 to shoot. From 15 feet away. And it comes off the front of the rim.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Banchero inside. Rebound by the Raptors.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. Both teams deciding to change it up. Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. In the corner, it's Ingram. Over Wilson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Now the Rockets with it. Only given up 6 here in this quarter. After this one, they're off to Philadelphia to take on the 76ers. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. With the drive. No good there.
You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the bloopers.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. And the Raptors with the ball. Johnson surveying the floor. Swiped it away. And here's the break.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Here's Ingram. No good with the layup. Puts it up from 12. Now just 1 for 7 with that miss. Tough night so far. Inside. And Ingram with a clear path to the basket. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. From the arc. The rebound by Brandon Ingram.
And let's be honest, they're winning in spite of his atrocious shooting performance.
Boy, it's a joy to watch Ingram as he's developed. One of the hardest working players in the game.
From downtown, Iguodala grabs the rebound. .121 left here in the second. Shoots from 14. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. For 3, Ingram. Iguodala grabs the rebound.
And with his team trying to trim this margin, his struggles this quarter, they're not helping things.
And good that time.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Johnson. And the Raptors miss again.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
Rejected by Ingram.
And great use of length by Ingram, able to reach out and get his hand on the ball for a block.
Kicks it out to Wilson. Shoots over Ingram. Shot's good by Wilson. Wilson's got the lead up to 6 now for Houston.
That may be not the highest percentage of looks right there, but look, you can't argue with results, I guess.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backcourt. All stops the dunk. They're the best outcome in a bad situation.
The Rockets have missed both free throws they've attempted tonight.
And they shot their free throws at a measly 73% clip over the course of last season.
And he sinks the second. To halt the run. Oh, he got it to go.
That's how you end the quarter.
And that three makes things just a little more interesting here as we head to halftime. They are not going away.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Rockets. They lead by 4. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And Banchero muscling through all that contact.
Raptors trailed by 6. Outside Arenas. Fires the 3. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Looking to get it going. And the jumper falls for him. Arenas has got 10. Rockets leading by 4. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, our reporter, Allie LaForce. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Well, Doris, we got a clash at the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
BA, there was once a point in history where we were talking about, is the 5-man phased out of the game? And all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
Here's Arenas. It's hauled in by Houston. Pass to Peterson. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball. And Carroll with it. Guarded now by Ball. And Carroll no good. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. And here's Mobley. Outside Barnes. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
How about Scotty Barnes showing off his IQ and pick and roll? Does a nice job finding his teammate.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Houston shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line of this one. First one falls for him. He does not get the second one. Well, you look at Evan Mobley, Doris, so agile for his size.
This is a young man, Brian, with so much upside. Defensively, he can guard on the perimeter, slides his feet, keeps his balance, contests without fouling, and he's growing every repetition on the offensive end. I can't wait to see his future. Now, Banchero seizes the moment. Just open that window of opportunity, and he's going to get right in there.
Barnes a screen. Here's Arenas. Mobley on a screen. Barnes no good.
Maybe he rushes that just a little bit, who knows, but he couldn't have gotten a better look than that.
Shot's good by Thompson.
Well, you love the activity out there. What a play. This guy is busy on the offensive end.
To the inside. Mobley. Iguodaro grabs a miss.
Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Banchero surveys. Puts it up from 15. And the shot falls short that time. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. And he lobs it up top.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Pass to Barnes. To end the run. Alexander Walker with it. Here's Arenas. Just 5 on the clock. Tries again. It's wide right. Hits off the rim.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Down low. Rebound Toronto. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute. I asked him how he plans to slow down Paolo Banchero, and Coach told me, look, he's an all-star, so you've got to guard him with your whole team. He's big, he's strong, he can punish you down low, but he's also quick and has the ability to beat you on the perimeter. We'll have to be disciplined tonight, B.A.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
You could just see how in sync they were there.
That's what it takes to pull that off. Here's Arenas. No points yet. Yep, that one's good.
This guy plays with such confidence and ability to score in a variety of ways. Nice.
All alone. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Top of the key. And that one drops for him. The Rockets lead by 5. Driving in.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Raptors. Pass to Arenas. From behind the arc. Iguodala grabs a miss.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
And there's the call on Scotty Barnes. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to review the game plan. Out of bounds, the Raptors will take it. Toronto making a switch here. Here's Ariza. Stolen by Thompson. And here they come. He goes up. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Thompson with a steal. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Despite the fact that he's highly skilled, Paolo Banchero also plays with this relentless energy you love.
They've been just a little bit better on the glass so far, showing their tremendous work ethic.
A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Oh, and he slams it down. Wow.
Unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
Toronto shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. Now here's Thompson, right wing. The three from Banchero. And so it's Houston leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Rockets?
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets. They're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
Another big component of their early game tonight has been points off turnovers. Great job converting on those chances.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Guys, Scotty Barnes said, my game starts on the defensive end, guarding anybody and taking pride in it. That leads to great offensive transition and just leads me to stay in lockdown throughout the game. Brian?
And Allie, for all his offensive gifts, that focus on defense is what makes him special. From downtown, Ariza can't get it to go. Pass to Wilson. Banchero left side. Banchero from close range. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Boy, the defense tight inside, but Barnes just persevering.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. That free throw good from Barnes. Both free throws good from Barnes.
Well, of course, Scotty Barnes won the Rookie of the Year in 21-22, guys. And you talk about a well-rounded basketball player who will affect winning with both his offensive ability and his defensive versatility.
They get it again. To the wing, right side. Banchero outside. 5 on the clock. They shoot again. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Banchero's got 8 points.
Well, this is Paolo Banchero's comfort zone right here. The interior with that size and frame. Look out.
Mobley down low. The ball's knocked loose. Here's Wilson. Rebound Toronto. Here's Ariza. Hits the trifecta. 6 points for him.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Here's Banchero. And it's Banchero again missing. Raptors trail by 7. Over to the left wing. And the 3 off target. Allen outside. Pass to Banchero. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Johnson.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Well, poor rotations, poor communication. There's a lot to figure out right now.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Out to the right wing. They set the screen. The 3 ball. He buries it from 3. Arenas has got 7 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here he goes. Mobley grabs the board. Raptors trail by 4. Outside Ingram. To the middle. And he dunks it down.
We know Ingram as a scorer, but Brandon's really worked on his passing game over the years.
And there's the lob.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Here's Arenas. Nails it from beyond the arc. 10 points for him.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
To the paint.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. And so here is Toronto. It's a three-point game. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Iguodala. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
And slam that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. Now ball. No points so far. Left side Ingram. The three is up. It's hauled in by Houston. They've led by as much as 10. He takes it in. Iguodala. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
Ball outside. The three is up. Iguodala grabs a miss. 2 for 1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
And there's the screen. Thompson with it. Guarded now by Ball. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Now here's Ball. Nails it from 3. Ball's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
That'll be a backcourt violation. Toronto ball. Substitution for the Rockets.
11 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Arenas. From deep. That shot off. Got it off in time. And that concludes the first half. Rockets ahead. They're up by 6. And will return shortly.
The Rockets, 33.
We've got second half action for you. And if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. The Rockets lead by 6. Thompson with a screen. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Assisted by...
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Here's Arenas. And Mobley gets it to go.
Imposing inside. Mobley is just too much.
And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Rockets foul. Number 21. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
On defense, the Rockets. They're leading by 8. Pass to Ball. Outside Barnes. Just 5 to shoot. Fires, top of the key. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. Barnes has got 8.
You can tell Barnes is eager to score. I mean, he wants to make an offensive impact.
Here's Banchero. Alexander Walker grabs the board. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
And it's been interesting watching Ball find his place in the league. He's done a good job improving his game and focusing on the things he does best.
Now here's Ball. Outside Barnes. Mobley on a screen. Inside. And Mobley throws it down.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Here's Banchero. Misses the one-handed jam.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
I'll say this, Banchero is a guy that opponents can't forget about for a second. And you see it in all the defensive attention he gets. Teams show him all kinds of different looks, and he draws a bunch of double teams in isolation.
Oh my goodness, the size and athleticism of Evan Mobley. What a sight to behold.
Pass to Wilson. The Rockets again can't hit. And Mobley has got the ball here for the Raptors. They trail by 1. And stolen by Banchero. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. To the left wing. To the middle. And that's an intentional foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Substitution for the Rockets. Number 21. Number 21.
No problem on the jumper in close. Banchero's got 10 points.
Their front court has owned this game, playing big and showing tremendous skill. And right now, that's 5 buckets in a row, looking like a well-oiled machine coming out of the break.
Now here's Banchero. He's got 10. Finds room and goes for the jam. Banchero.
When every aspect of his game is moving and working, Paolo Banchero very difficult to handle.
They set the pick. Pass to Arenas. Back to Ball. 4 on the clock. The Raptors need to get off a shot. Arenas' shot is off. The Rockets lead by 3. To the paint. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Assisted.
And breaking out the one-hand slam.
Man, an emphatic way to extend the lead a little more. .151 left in the third quarter. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
The fearlessness they've shown going strong inside has been impressive. The defense hasn't been very effective against them.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
And here we go, the Rockets in transition. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 10. .114 left in the third quarter. From the arc. Rebound Toronto. Pass to Arenas. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Now here's Mobley. 6 points for him. The kick out to Ball. They get it back. Back to Mobley. Who poked away. Stolen by Ball. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Here's Alexander Walker. And a miss there on the triple. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Ooh, excellent D there from Barnes. Raptors trail by 6. Good chance here for Ball. Misses off the right iron.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game. Well, what a terrific possession. Attack in the painted area.
Here's Arenas. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Houston Rockets up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Here's Ball. And we've got a timeout called by Kenny Atkinson. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, over the break, I did listen in on Kenny Atkinson's huddle. And he was adamant that they need to tighten up their D. That lack of communication at that end has led to breakdowns, wide open shooters, and easy buckets. He sounded pretty frustrated, guys.
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
And left no doubt with that one, Grant. Pass to Peterson. His first shot attempt. Ariza pulls down the board. Raptors trail by 6. Picked it. There's the drive. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And this kind of six slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give them a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
And so they choose to intentionally foul. And so it's Houston with it. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Raptors making a change here. So he gets them both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
Here's Barnes. Oh, okay then.
All right, Scotty Barnes showing us you want to be in the dunk contest, young sir.
Here's Peterson. Gets the 3 ball to go. And the Rockets lead by 8.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Outside Barnes. Fires from deep. Drains the triple. Barnes has got 9 points here in the second half.
He's caught fire here in the second half. Better late than never.
Here's Peterson. Uses the glass on the layup.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look, right at the cup. Nicely done.
And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
The Rockets lead by 7. Oh! And he Jams it home with authority.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Ooh, what a tough BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, BA, what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
Will go for a different look here. And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Mobley on a screen. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
Mobley, left side. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Arenas. Lets it go from deep. The Rockets pull it in.
Well, he had the defense's attention, dropping 2 threes in the first half, but he hasn't made one since.
Here's Banchero. And there's the call on Banchero. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
He completely lost focus since the break, turning the ball over multiple times, and that's after no turnovers in the first half.
Third minute of action now gone here in the 4th. Here's Ball. Out to Mobley. And Mobley throws it down.
Throws it down emphatically.
He's got serious hop, right? You add that to his ability to penetrate, that's 2 easy points. The kick out to Banchero. At the arc, Banchero finds his mark.
Finally hitting one from range. That's his first 3 of the night.
Ball outside. Out to Mobley. Let's go with a 3. Iguodaro grabs a miss.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Here's Banchero. Bumped and finishes. Great stuff from Banchero.
How about the finish through contact by Paolo Banchero? Very tough to guard this guy because of that big-time frame.
Here's Arenas. Knocks it down from distance.
Well, if you let him shoot freely, you're going to give up a lot of trays.
Thompson in the post.
Hanging on the rim, just showing off.
That's how you extend the glory right there. Mobley on a screen. Here's Ball. No good with a layup. Houston leading by 11. Down low. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
The officials were right on top of that one.
That free throw is good from Thompson.
Shooting for Houston.
Both free throws good from Thompson. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. Barnes with it. Now Thompson defending. Barnes in the post. Here's Mobley. And that's his third miss in 7 attempts.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
Right, he stays connected and great timing on the contest. Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
The Raptors making a switch here. Raptors trail by 13. .111 left in the game. And again, Toronto, no good. And it's Houston's ball.
And there's no way this margin gets closed down. Great execution of a game plan and a nice win here for the Rockets.
And it seemed like steals ended up making the difference in this game.
No question. Their ability to force mistakes and turn them into points gave them an upper hand tonight.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
And with this one all but in the record books, they set the tone in the first of what will be only 2 meetings between these teams.
Arenas. And miss after miss right now. Here's Peterson with the drive. Oh, he misses the dunk. Pass to Arenas. Launches a 3. Connects from downtown. And so it's Houston with it. The 3 from Banchero. Offensive board. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
What a performance tonight. Getting a win like this on the road is such a boost.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And so Houston takes this one by a big margin. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.